don't sell that you don't like or that you don't believe in. I'm proud as fuck of what I sell, everything. Some of you sell like bull and gummies and protein like. Be proud of what you sell and you'll never be upset about selling. And don't think of it as winner takes all. You're in control. To your point, if you're not in the spirit of like,
well, I'm in the spirit.
Well then, let's go. 99.9% of people don't know what they know. What do people make mistakes of? They suck at selling. All the ladies in here really know it. When they're at a bar like this, and it's 2 o'clock because this place gets crazy at those hours, there's people that roll up on them and are good at it, and there's people that roll up on them and that are bad at it, and most fucking dudes are bad at it. What do people do wrong? They go in for the sale too hard. They bring no entertainment value. They don't know their shit, so they're not educated, they're not entertaining. They don't understand the platform well enough, so they disrespect the distribution. They just think this is some sort of lucky thing. Obviously there's TikTok Shop at the apex, but it's not lost on TikTok. Every social media platform is gonna be in this business because they're gonna force them to all be in the business. There's outside apps that do it like Whatnot and others that are doing it. It's like, this is real shit. Like this genre is the most important thing that someone like Amazon and Walmart should be worried about. This is fucking retail. You're all fucking stores. And so what do people do wrong? The same thing that people have been doing wrong about this for the last 30 years. The pioneers before you, they went on shit called QVC and HSN. And what did they do wrong? They weren't charismatic, educational, entertaining, thoughtful, strategic, or caring enough about the audience. So when they went on for 8 minutes, nothing sold, and they never came back. Good news, TikTok doesn't do that. It just sits there and allows you to do it every day until you figure it the fuck out. So I think, the thing that people do wrong is they're not good at it. And I think the biggest reason people are not good at it, and a lot of you have learned this lesson. A lot of you tried to affiliate some shit that you didn't really give a fuck about or believe in, but you liked the way the money looked. And some of you just might be so fucking talented and creative that it still worked, but for a lot of you, because you didn't give a fuck or know anything, it didn't go as well, even though there was more dollars behind it. And then you found something you actually were about or knew or liked, or you found your way, and then it worked. So I think lack of authenticity, lack of strategy, lack of misunderstanding how the distribution works, which is you guys, the platform, and then the key pillars at the top. This is about education and entertainment. Yes. Right? Yeah. How good are you at those two things? I popped off in 2006 on YouTube because my show was Wine Library TV. I was deeply educated because I grew up in wine, and at that point I knew I really knew everything. You couldn't even imagine. I was tasting fucking 500 wines a week for 17 years at that point. Like, it was in me. But then I also happened to have charisma and gift of gab, and it got better. You go look at those early episodes of Wine Library TV, it's a different version than who I am. You build, you learn, you all know. Yeah. Some of you are way better today than you were just even 6 weeks ago or 6 months ago. So fucking practice. Mm-hmm. Shout out Allen Iverson. And yeah, that's the answer, my man.
Gary, let's talk about, where do you see social commerce going? It can be TikTok, it can be outside of TikTok, in the next 5 to 10 years.
That it's 20 to 30% of all the content made. That I'd be shocked if I don't wake up in 4 years, and when I wake up and I'm going through my feed, that literally 1 in every 5 pieces of content that I'm consuming isn't somebody who's live at that moment. This is a big deal, bigger than you think. When I wrote Crush It, my first book that kind of put me on back in 2009, I wrote it in 2008, it came out in 2009. In that book, I said that I didn't use the word influencer, I said people who were on YouTube were gonna make $100,000 a year. And I got shit on by everyone. Like, if you literally went to Amazon right now and sorted the reviews of my book by oldest and read the first reviews when it first came out, they're like, this fucking snake oil salesman, he's trying to convince you that you're gonna make $100,000 a year on social media? What a fucking asshole. Half this room would be devastated if they made $100,000 a year, maybe more than half the room. And so I don't think people understand, like, this is that moment again for the people that have figured out affiliate and live shopping. It's a big deal. It's bigger. There's nothing I'm gonna be able to do, not any of my energy or my articulation, my gift of words, that's going to be able to explain to all of you how perfect you have it right now, and what I'm worried about, because I was there for all this shit. I was there when Tila Tequila and Dane Cook were fucking dominating MySpace. I was there with all the early Twitter. I was one of the first 50 people that had 1 million followers on Twitter in the world. Wow. I watched the others. I was there. I've been there everywhere. I'm one of the few humans on earth that has more than 2 million followers on every platform, from Snapchat to LinkedIn to YouTube. So I've watched my contemporaries. Some people just live in LinkedIn. Some people just live in Snap. Some live just in TikTok. I've watched it all. And what I can tell you is gonna happen to a lot of you is you're gonna regret. Let me get very serious with you because I want this for you. A lot of you don't realize how big of a deal this moment is. And so you're not gonna go hard enough. You're gonna take it for granted. And you're gonna wake up in 18 months and everyone's gonna do it, and you're gonna cry to me the way so many influencers cry today about like where they were 6 years ago, but where they are now. And and this is my favorite one. You know what all these influencers that had a moment 4 years ago say to me? Dear Gary, I've been shadow banned. And I reply, no you haven't, you've been outflanked. I don't want you to you have such an advantage right now. Like, honestly, all of you should get up right now, like right now, and leave. Like, literally leave and go live or make content. Like this is like literally 100% obsession for the next year to distance yourself while you're in the lead, because this is going to be it. It's a big deal. So, what do I think? I think in the way that everyone underestimated social media, when I started the first influencer agency, Grape Story, with Jerome Jarre, who was a Vine star, we signed Logan Paul, we had King Batch, all these people. People were like, influencer was like not even on people's like I used to say that influencers were gonna be more famous than famous people, and again, laughed at. I think a lot of people here are gonna do more revenue than a lot of stores that are littered throughout New York City here. Easy. Humans are stores now, at scale. But you need to go hard because the moment closes fast because then everybody figures it out, right? All of Hollywood, do you know that Hollywood did not go on social media in 06, 7, 8, 9, 10? They thought it was beneath them. I would beg celebrities, athletes, I'm like, please, this is, they laughed at it. That's why anytime MC Hammer or fucking anybody who went on Twitter or started an account, they would get so much love because they were all making fun of it. And now they got so many real celebrities are sad because they're way less famous than influencers. Just like I'm right now yelling and screaming and asking all of you to start your own virtual influencers, create a human that's not you, and build them up, because what influencers did to famous people, virtual influencers are about to do to influencers over the next decade. In 10 years, hundreds of the most famous people on earth are gonna be AI people, fake people, owned by people. And by the way, those motherfuckers are gonna sell shit and outflank you. I need you to listen. I need you to fucking listen. You need to go hard and understand everything because you're gonna have this moment, and then you're gonna have to adjust, and you need to become the IP owner of other humans that aren't you. You're gonna need to actually get that skill so that you own the thing. You wanna put yourself out of business versus somebody else putting you out of business. You're gonna have a moment and then shit's gonna keep changing. I need you to go hard at this moment. It's not about having bougie fun stuff here at Fly Fish Club and like all the parties or whatever the fuck you're thinking. You have to go hard the next 24 months and separate yourself.
Love it. I think you're spot on about the shift in what we're seeing. And it's a lot of brand deals historically, and some people are a little hesitant because they've always gotten brand deals. And as we shift towards a cost per sale model, there's a certain hustle and grit in finding the right products. And the ceiling is much, much higher, right? Because a cost per sale model, there's an ROI there that you're getting, versus a brand deal, there's a contact requirement in a ceiling. So while those can be good, the shift to the cost per sale model, as many of you here are realizing, can be a great way to run your business and to make incremental revenue.
Well, it's going to be like, it's a game of merit. You know, like what's cool about where this is going. First of all, it's gonna be and, not or. You can do both. Do brand deals and sell shit. I don't fucking, you know. Yep. Come and do stand up here someday. Like fucking do shit. Like you should do both, comma. What's amazing is for the best in here, the affiliate model is gonna work better because you're gonna get your true value. Because there's no hiding behind it. When you do your first thing and you sell fucking 18,000 units, like everyone's gonna know. And that's good for you. They're also gonna know if you sell 7. So it's just gonna create more meritocracy around brand relationships with human beings. And some people don't want that because they've been ripping brands off. And some people are about that. But the people that don't want it, you don't get to decide. The market's going to evolve into this. And so you can hold your breath that it doesn't become about merit if you're one of those people, but you will lose. So you might as well get good at it.
Could you go a little deeper into the role that you think trust and safety and authenticity is going to play over the next 5 to 10 years as they're creating content?
To be frank, back to like shooting it straight, I think a lot of that is just like corporate mumbo jumbo. Like, I don't know, like, to me that's like, you're asking me like, how important will oxygen be going forward? Right, like trust and authenticity, that's how the world fucking moves. I think I'm aware of why we bring up those words in advertising, because big brands are very tone deaf to the reality of the new world. So they talk about dumb shit in their boardrooms, and it's the fucking mishigas I have to deal with all the time. But I mean, that to me is a very like funny question how it runs through my head, which is like, yes, I think it's good to be trustworthy.
I love it.
And I think, and then back to like, let me actually bring value instead of being silly about it. And what I like about this model of selling, how trustworthy and authentic you are will show up on how well you convert. And let me say this, because I've been selling shit my whole life, so this came, since I was 6 selling lemonade to this moment, I turned 49 in 2 weeks. I've been selling shit for 43 years. Let me tell you something that a lot of you, and I know some faces in here because I watch everything, some of you are fucking up on something, and I hope this helps you. The consumer can be tricked in the short term, but is not stupid. So some of you think you're clever, and you're only tricking for a very small moment, and we will forget about you. The consumer is smart. So for some of you, and I'm thinking about some of you in this room, change your shit up. You're not as clever as you think you are. You're getting away with that, it's early. And better versions of you are gonna come and take your shit if you disrespect the customer. Real shit. Real, honestly, that's what I'll tell you why that excites me to say. Let me break out of that moment. I'm just hoping one of you hears me. You know what I mean? That needs to. It will change everything for you. My journey, Wine Library TV. February 21st, 2006. I sent a stock boy in a liquor store to Best Buy to buy a little camera so I could put up my first YouTube video. I sit down and put 4 wines in front of me, 3 wines in front of me. I think that I'm doing this. I think I'm doing QVC for wine. That's literally what I was saying. The camera turns on, and literally the camera turns on. Literally, it's a blue light right now, but it was a red light. Eric Kastner, my former CTO, was behind it. The camera turns on. The second before the camera turns on, I think I'm doing QVC. The second the light went on, I decided to become the wine spectator. Let me explain that to you. QVC is me selling whatever the fuck we needed to sell at the wine library. The Wine Spectator was the most trusted wine magazine in America that scored wines. I know some of you buy wine, you see the 91 points, the 92 points when you do that. I realized that if I was gonna sell stuff I didn't believe in, because the show format was I was gonna taste wine and tell you. But I also know that I think a lot of wines are below average and overpriced. It was stunning. It's one of the signature moments of my life. It's the foundation of what I just told all of you. It changed everything for me. I would literally be on camera reviewing wines that we were selling and telling people it was just okay. That's weird in this format, right? But you could be reviewing things that you don't think are great, that you don't have affiliates on, not because you're trying to razz it and make your other product better, because you just genuinely don't like the flavor of this toothpaste or this shirt. Authenticity is everything, bro. I'm gonna shut up and turn it over to some questions. How are we on time? Are we okay? Cool. If you have a question, raise your hand. I will not be biased. I will try to find you and hand you the mic.
We'll take 3 questions, so just go ahead and raise your hand.
This young lady over here has one.
Okay, so first off, I started out as a reseller. So I know that's your heart as well.
Oh my God, literally going to a garage sale, like the second before I walk into that person's yard, that's a level of excitement that I don't know how to replicate.
Yeah, so that's how I started on social media, and actually it's kind of watching you, I thought, I love estate sales and yard sales and thrift stores, and let's just started TikTok and do that. And that's what I did, and ended up with a Patreon way before Shop, and now this is what I do. And I live stream a lot.
Good.
And I love doing it. And so when you're talking all the time about being in front of people and live streaming and growing a community, for you, I do it mostly on TikTok, of course.
Yep.
Diversifying and going on to other platforms.
I'm a fan of it.
Is key.
Yeah.
Something that
look, listen, notwithstanding our beautiful hosts here, like you need to hedge. You never know anything. Forget about the ridiculousness, like TikTok will be here, all that. And TikTok's way ahead. Like, let there be no confusion. They're way ahead and they continue to innovate. Watching TikTok navigate the last 6-7 years has been a joy. They continue to innovate. They continue to, they're outflanking their competitive set. But I think it is crazy as a business model to ever have all your eggs in one basket. That's just not being smart. So I think you should always constantly dabble, and that's what I think.
And the flip side of that, the second part is, I am one person. I cannot clone myself currently. And
I've heard.
That is an issue when it comes to time management.
It's not an issue. It means that you need to stop buying things with your money and hire people.
I guess I know that's some next stuff.
Issue fixed.
Yeah, issue fixed. Okay, thanks.
One of the biggest things that will hold a lot of you back from building the biggest thing you could build is you view the money right now to buy things instead of to build your business. When I built my daddy's business from ages 22 to 34, I never made more than $80,000 a year. All the money went back into building the business. It wasn't even my fucking business on some immigrant family business shit. So you could see my tone changed on that. When I hear people like, Gary, I can't fucking scale. I'm like, you better not buy a fucking Lambo then. The best way to own real shit is by not buying dumb shit along the way.
Cool. Right here. And then we'll take 2 more. So we'll go here and then we'll go right there. We'll make it quick. I think
no worries. I'm good. Hi, how are you? What's your name?
Kelly.
Kelly. Thank you for your reaction when I came out. That made my self-confidence exploded with your reaction when I came out.
I would go way back.
Okay, you're OG. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm a seller and
Yes.
a creator both on TikTok.
Yes.
I'm a mom of 2 boys that are all in club sports and all that.
How old?
6 and 9, 2 boys.
Okay, great. First of all, anyone who has an under 10-year-old in your life, I need you to check out something that is my biggest thing right now. So literally the biggest professional thing I'm doing right now is we just launched the VeeFriends cartoon on YouTube Kids. It's at veefriends.com/cartoon. Please check it out, or cartoon. Is it cartoons or cartoon? With an S. Cartoons. It's made by the people that made Coco Melon. The first 4 episodes. It's not Coco Melon. And honestly, as a mom, especially of 6-year-old boys, or 6, 9, you will really get what I'm trying to do. I basically was GaryVee was 30, and then TikTok came out and GaryVee became 16. And now I'm trying to bring that real energy to 6, 7, 8, 9. You will see what I'm doing with VeeFriends. I'd love for you to check it out.
I'd love to.
Please.
Mike, I guess that kind of segues into my question because you give a lot of parenting advice on my husband and
Obsessed.
I love to follow.
Thank you.
So I'm super curious of how you, I hate the word balance, but how do you balance both lives and also bring your kids along the journey and teach them the safety of social media as well?
I'm not scared of social at all in the way that people talk about it, because I think parenting is collectively using social as an excuse to not parent. If you're TikTok, a lot of you know this. I've been yelling about TikTok since it was fucking Musical.ly in America, right? Plenty of people, especially when all the baloney started happening, would roll up at me at an airport or a restaurant and be like, Gary, I know I like you, but this fucking TikTok thing, it's a real fucking problem. And I swear to God, I would look at them and be like, then take it off your kid's phone. I'm not your fucking kid's parent. If you think, like, I don't know, I'm 49, my parents thought like alcohol was a problem, which meant they didn't want me fucking drinking when I was 14, so they scared the fuck out of me. Like, parenting has become unbelievably ludicrous. You don't like shit? Be a fucking parent. The problem with parenting now is y'all wanna be friends. You've got friends. You can be friendly, but your child is not that is not your friend. That is your child, then / can be friend. And so if you don't have the fucking backbone, because you're on some soft 2024 shit, to be a fucking parent, but social media is life. We act as if, I love how people are like, there's bullying. I'm like, I grew up in Jersey in the 80s. Like bullying, like there's nobody who didn't deal with it. Bullying was like, we didn't even know it was bullying. It was just like living. Yeah, so I look, here's what I think about it. One, the ultimate antidote to what people are scared about is self-esteem. Our number one job as parents is to build actual self-esteem in our kids. If your child, and you know this, you're all living life. You've had friends in college, high school, like you've lived. We've all lived a little something. Whether you're that person or you know people, you know when somebody's got real self-esteem, they're not fucking falling for any dumb shit. So first we have to establish self-esteem. And then second, if you're really scared of something, and you're allowed, every parent's allowed to think what's bad, what's not good. Some parents don't let their kids listen to me because I curse. Okay, like that makes me sad. That's why I made VeeFriends. You know, like really, I want to make a positive impact. I get a real high on it. Like I get that. Like if in your family, if you're being raised by your Southern grandma who went to church every weekend, like cursing's bad. Like I respect the shit out of that. So you're allowed, but then you need to be in control and be accountable. Not only just block my TikTok, go check the next day if I'm still blocked. Like, I don't get this lack of accountability. Be fucking parents.
Yeah, I love that.
Build self-esteem, and then whatever scares you, monitor it. Problem is parents want to be kids and do all sorts of other shit besides parenting, and so they didn't have time, so they throw the fucking iPad and the phone to be their fucking partner in parenting. Well, guess what? If you have a partner, you have a partner.
Yeah.
But you're in control. The phone's not alive. You can throw that shit in the fucking water.
Yeah, love that. Thank you.
Got it.
Good.
One final one.
One of my concerns is I've been on TikTok for a while now.
Okay.
And even a year ago or 2 years ago, I think we might all remember the trend of there's room for everybody here on TikTok.
Yep.
You can just scroll forever. You can watch videos forever. There's a place for everyone. And now that I've transitioned more over to the TikTok shop,
Yep.
somebody's gonna buy my dragon egg or they're gonna buy her dragon egg.
Yep.
I feel like it's more of a competition.
It is a competition.
I have guilt about that.
Why?
I don't feel right about that.
Talk, this is Ursula, first of all, you're fucking the best for putting it this way. Why? Why do you feel that?
Because I do really feel TikTok is a community. That's why I joined it. I joined it to be part of a community and have a TikTok family, and now I feel like they're my coworkers and we're all on the sales team. Do you feel like they're coworkers, or do you feel like they're competitors? Because the way you framed it up was more competitive. Okay. Like I'm visiting, I'm learning things, I'm watching other people. I've made new friends. Face to face is great, but at the end of the month, one person gets the bonus.
Not true.
So they're my coworkers.
Not true, because every person gets, yeah, if to your point, if TikTok Shop was an affiliate was built that whoever was best at the month took everybody else's money and got it all, then you would be right. But one person doesn't get the bonus at the end of the month. Everybody gets the bonus that they earned at the end of the month.
Woo! Yeah.
And Ursula, I will say this. I am wildly empathetic when people that grew up that weren't sales oriented, weren't like it's a transition. To your point, community and selling stuff in an open marketplace, those are very different energies. The cool part is you're allowed to check out. So for example, back to accountability. Let's say you DM'd me after this and we're like, hey, I want to follow up on that. And let's say we went back and forth on a flight, we were talking. I would say, look, Ursula, good news. Like if this bothers you and doesn't make you happy, don't sell. Go back to community.
I'm just gonna say it, I feel like that's been taken away from me.
Why?
Because now the views that I get have links on them, and then my good old.
But you're allowed to. You're allowed.
Started off
But
entertaining.
stop doing that then. Don't sell.
Right, but I like selling.
It wasn't taken away from you, you took it away from you.
Yeah.
I don't have affiliate. You. This is a very big theme that I want. This is gonna make people happier, what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You are in control. It wasn't taken away from you, you took it away from you. You clicked affiliate. Accountability is a beautiful energy. Do you know why I'm so happy? Because I think everything is my fault. I'm being dead serious, y'all. It's, you know, I don't think I'm a piece of crap because of it. I don't think I'm a loser because of it. I think like I live life. Don't forget, I was born in the Soviet Union. I was born there, let alone my parents. I know what it's, there are people who live in North Korea right now. We have it good, y'all. I'm on the board of Charity Water. There are 800 million people on Earth that do not have access to clean water. We're in a fucking bougie ass fucking lounge in New York City. Like literally, so Ursula, I'm so glad you asked that. Like you got this. Like and by the way, I think your spirit on this is beautiful. Can you tell her? I got goosebumps because I think you're coming from a good place. But I just want you to know how in control you are. If it gets too much for you, because listen, I was born hunter-seller. Not everybody is. And that doesn't mean I'm better or worse. I promise you, especially for the ones in this room that are on the journey of going from little money to a lot of money, you're gonna learn when you get there. Money ain't the thing. I know people say, cool, let me find out. Cool, find out. Go find out. You'll learn. But good news, you're in control. Like you can go back to that Ursula and that TikTok relationship, turn off affiliate. And if not, learn how to put things in compartments. I think one of the things that works for me is I love being selfless as much as I like being selfish. I want to take care of me and my family, but I also love doing the things I do, like I love saying yes to things that I don't get paid for, or like I'll do shit on karma, on love. And a lot of you that follow me, you know how much I give away my best advice for free. I'm not sending you to some, now pay me $99. You guys know, you know. That's what helps me feel okay when I sell something, because I sell things I believe in. Why do I want all of you to buy VeeFriends trading cards on eBay? Because I think I'm gonna build the next Pokemon in the next 40 years, and I think they'll go up in value, and I think it's gonna teach yourself and kids good values. I feel good about that. I'm proud as fuck of what I sell, everything. And so that is a great way to end. Don't sell shit on this incredible platform that you don't like, or that you don't believe in. It doesn't mean like, right? Like, it doesn't have to be your favorite product, but this is gonna evolve and everyone's gonna figure this out, and you're gonna tune in on the back end in a couple months, couple years, and you're gonna see some shit that has a big ass number against it. Some of you selling like bullshit ass fucking gummies and protein like. Be proud of what you sell, and you'll never be upset about selling. And don't think of it as winner takes all. Why democracy and capitalism has worked, and it's got plenty of flaws, but I think Americans forget. Go look around. Like everybody else has flaws too. So it's not a winner takes all. Like that bonus thing, those two things I think will help you so much. It's not one person, it's everyone gets their share, and two, you're in control. If to your point, if it's not like, if you're not in the spirit of like,
oh, I'm in the spirit.
Well then,
Let's go.
So then I think we're in a good spot.
Y'all, integrity is important to me. Gary came out of his way because he's passionate about this conversation and did not have to do this. He is not paid to do this out of the kindness of his heart. And it feels like a pep rally. I'm fired up. Jao, my boss, is here somewhere. I'm not quitting to become a content creator. However, you can feel the energy and passion. And Gary, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy.